Welcome to Tech Topics. My name is Stephanie and I'm an assistive technology specialist with Future in Sight. I hope that you will subscribe to this channel, like the video, and check back frequently for more content. Today is all about the Reminders app for your iPhone with low vision and using VoiceOver. We'll talk about the difference between the calendar app versus the reminder app using Siri, the layout of the Reminders app, how to schedule a reminder, delete a reminder, and mark a reminder as complete. Let's start with the difference between the calendar app and the Reminders app. There's really no right or wrong on your approach. It is making this phone work for you. But the general rule of thumb is when you schedule a calendar appointment, it's for an appointment, right? With a specific location, beginning time, end time, etc. Going to the doctor's, meeting a friend for lunch at a certain place, going away on vacation, marking that off on your calendar, etc. Reminders are actionable tasks that you typically want to remember to do, such as take your blood pressure medication every day at 7 p.m. or walk your dog every morning at 10 a.m. Remember, remind yourself to take out the trash on Saturdays at 6 a.m., whatever it might be, reminding you to do those tasks. And that's the general idea, but certainly they can cross over a little, and whatever works for your situation is what's best for you. Then also I want to mention that Siri can do many things with your Reminders app, such as you can schedule a reminder using Siri. You could say, hey Siri, remind me to take my blood pressure medication today at 7 p.m. Well, it would remind you for that one day, today at 7 p.m. Or you could say, hey Siri, remind me to take my blood pressure medication every day at 7 p.m. And it will from then on remind you every day at 7 p.m. to come up with a notification that that you would see the alert and be reminded to do so. So Siri can also mark an item, an action as complete. So if you only had to take a medication one day, you have a reminder for your blood pressure medication just today at 7 p.m. and you've completed it, you could say, hey Siri, mark taking my blood pressure medication today at 7 p.m. as complete. So it's a little kind of learning to talk to it and syntax, playing around with it, but you'll get the hang of it the more you use Siri with it. Now, Siri can't do everything, so it is always good to know about how to use the app itself, going into it, finding out what more can I do with it, So we'll look at the layout now. Let's take a look. I have my screen on for those using any remaining vision, and I also am using VoiceOver. The screen reader with your iPhone is VoiceOver, and there are tutorials about that as well in the Tech Topics. So this way, everything I touch will be able to hear, okay? So let's start with the top. What's at the top of the Reminders app? And you can ask Siri to open your Reminders app. I have it already opened here. At the top left,
search
is a search button. And that is what that says. If you open that up, and I will often say tap or double tap. And when I say tap or double tap, it means if you're using low vision, you're tapping once. If you are using VoiceOver, you're doing the double tap with one finger gesture. That's what you will hear me say, okay, throughout this video. So if you have the search field up in the top left, you would tap or double tap on that, and then you could type or use the microphone button to dictate what you're searching for, a keyword. Maybe you don't remember, the entire title of a reminder, what you named it, so you have to go back and type a portion of it. That's where you'd go for that. So next to that, to the right of it,
list button
is your lists button. And this is exactly where you can create new lists. You can keep track of all your reminders in separate lists. They don't have to all be jumbled into one big list. So you can have home, a list of reminders for home, a list of reminders that are medication, a list of reminders for work, and so on. And that's where you'd go to create that list. We'll visit that in a little bit. Next to that
Actions menu.
We have Actions menu. And if you tapped or double tap in here, you're going to find where you can edit a list, give it new colors and icons and things like that. Below that, then below this area, we have our list of all our different reminders lists. So you can look down those, or the gesture with VoiceOver is flicking to the right with one finger. And I say flicking instead of swiping because swiping kind of leaves the impression you're kind of dragging or sliding your finger along, but it's really a little short flick to the right. Again, it's in the VoiceOver tutorial, but we will flick to the right.
Today, 5th, scheduled, 7, all, 21 reminders.
All right, so I'm just flicking to the right a bunch. We heard today, scheduled, all. For example, let's linger on the all one.
All, 21 reminders, button.
Okay, it not only told me this is the all of my reminders, but that's how many I have. Okay, I'll flick to the right again.
Flagged, 0 reminders, button. Double tap to view list.
Okay, so flagged, I have 0 reminders in that reminder list. And for any of these, if you tap or double tap, you would open up to see all of the reminders in any given list. Some of these will look different. Some are built-in lists with the iPhone that we've been looking at. But as I go down or continue to flick right with VoiceOver.
Urgent, 0, completed, button, iCloud, button, expanded.
Okay, here's an iCloud list. And these below here will be lists of reminders that I created. So this would look different from me to you to the next person, how we set up our app. Right now, it also said that it is expanded, so it's in view. If I did not want to have this appear right away in the list, I could collapse it by tap or double tapping, and you wouldn't see it anymore, okay? So, but I'm going to keep going down the list and flick to the right.
Reminders, 18 reminders, list.
I have 18 reminders there. I'm going to keep going.
Testing demo, 3 reminders, game controller badge. Rows, button. Double tap to view list.
All right, so when you start creating lists, you notice you have a little more control. I decided, what's being set on the front of the lists here. So I created a test demo list. I gave it a color of rose. I think it said it had 3 reminders in it, but I also gave it an icon, a game controller. And it also gave you a hint, if you have hints on your phone, to double tap with, that's with VoiceOver if you want to open it up. So you tap or double tap to open up to view your reminders in there. And I could just keep going down the list, but at the bottom, in terms of layout, right, at the very bottom, if you touch the screen,
toolbar, new reminder, button,
you have add new reminder. And that's where you would go to do that. So let's start with that, all right? Because that's pretty much the layout of this app of importance of things to find. So touch the very bottom, add new reminder, tap or double tap to open that up.
Title, text field, is editing, character mode, insertion point at start. Use the rotor to access misspelled words.
Okay, so it threw us right into the title. I always like to call those a freebie. When it throws you into a field that you need, perfect. The title field is up. That means the keyboard is appearing at the bottom. So you could type the title of your reminder, or you could use the microphone button to dictate if you didn't want to type. I have to type because in this tutorial, I'm using the microphone to record this. So I'll make it short and sweet. Let's make it, oh boy. I'm going to make it really simple.
Cap N, Cap B, Cap J, U, Y, space.
I'm going to write buy food. That was buy.
F, O, D, space, food.
So buy food. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. So I'm going to touch near the top again.
URL, text, notes, title, text field, is editing, buy food, character mode.
Right, there's that title field again. Now I'm going to, look down with your vision or flick to the right to the other fields that we could fill out. Let's review those.
Notes, text field. Double tap to edit.
Okay, there's a note field. If you wanted to say more about buy food, maybe it was really important you didn't forget, eggs. You were baking a cake. And you had all the ingredients at home. You were just afraid you will forget the eggs because the cake has to be made by tonight. So you could put a note in there. You could put a big note, a few things you need. Or, if you were calling somebody and you want to make sure you covered a certain part of the conversation, you could do that. Any kind of note in here. But I'm not going to put one for now. Let's keep going. Flick to the right.
URL, text field. Double tap to
So you could put in a website if something was associated with that. Let's keep going.
Date and time, heading.
All right, here's date and time. We will walk through this. So date and time heading. A heading is just a sign of where you are. And that's what's coming up here to fill out. I'm going to flick to the right again.
Date, off, collapsed. Double tap to expand controls and enable.
Okay, so the date is off. I need to expand it. And it said double tap to expand. So I will do that. So you're going to tap or double tap.
URL, more options shown. Date and time, heading.
All right, now I'm going to flick to the right.
Date, Monday, August 17.
Let's do it again.
Month, August 2026.
Month, August. If this is a picker item, so I can flick up or down to change the month. I'm going to flick up.
September 2026. October 2026. November 2020. December 2026.
All right, let's say I want it on December. I just leave it there, okay? And if you go back and resume to flicking to the right.
Tuesday, December 1st, button.
All right, you're in the calendar here. You can keep flicking to the right and, get to the date you want, or you can move your finger around the screen to find the date. I'll just flick to the right a bunch so you hear this.
Wednesday, December 2nd. Thursday, Friday, December 4th. Saturday, December 5th.
Versus moving my finger around the screen.
Thursday, Saturday, December 5th, button. Saturday, December 12th, button.
Let's make it for the 12th, December 12th. I'm going to then tap or double tap to select or highlight it. It's the same thing. Visual terminology would be highlight, and people using voiceover, the word is select, but it means the same thing. So I'm going to tap or double tap here.
Selected, Saturday, December 12th.
Okay, I like that. That's good.
Tuesday, December 29th.
So now,
Monday, Tuesday, December.
We're going to
mark this reminder as urgent. Urgent. Off. Time. Thursday, December 31st.
We got the time. Let's flick to the right.
Time. Off. Collapsed. Double tap to expand controls and enable.
All right, the time is collapsed. I have to tap or double tap to expand that and open it up.
Urgent. More options shown. Mark this reminder as 00 minute. 2 o'clock. Picker item.
And now if I flick to the right, I've got 2
12.
o'clock. I'm going to move it up to 5
Swipe up or
o'clock. These are
down with
picker
one finger
items.
to adjust the
And a
value.
picker item means that you flick up or down instead of left or right. So I'm going to flick up.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock,
All right.
5 of 12.
I want 5 o'clock. Now I'm going to flick to the right to get to the minutes picker.
00 minutes. Picker item.
And now I'm going to flick up to get to 5:15.
05, 10 minutes. 15 minutes.
And I just stop there. I don't have to double tap on these. I'm going to flick to the right once more.
PM. Picker item.
And it says PM. I'm going to leave it there. If I flick to the right again.
Time zone. New York. Button.
You can change the time zone. You would have to tap or double tap into it, but it's already a good time zone for me. So I'm done adding the time in. So now
Repeat. Never.
I'm just going to touch below it.
Mark this remind. Urgent. Off. Time zone. New York.
Okay, after
button.
time zone, keep going
Urgent.
to the
off.
right.
Time. Urgent. Off.
And it says urgent. Now, this is off. If it were a very urgent appointment, I've got to get that, the eggs for that cake to get it made. It could be urgent, but it's not. So I'll just leave it.
Mark this reminder as urgent to set an alarm.
And that just gives you the instruction. I'm going to flick to the right again.
Repeat. Never.
Here's
Double
where we
tap to
could
show
repeat
context
this.
menu.
How often do I need to go and get the food? Maybe every week, maybe every year. Let's tap or double tap into our choices.
So hourly button selected. Never. Button.
Never is the default, but now this is a list. We can flick to the right to hear our options or look down the list. But I'm going to flick to the right with voiceover.
Hourly button.
Hourly.
Daily button. Weekdays. Weekends. Weekly button. Bi-weekly button. Monthly button. Every 3 month. Every 6 month. Yearly button. Custom button. Dismiss context menu.
That's if I
button.
want, that would be if I wanted to get out of this menu. So you have everything, you know, all the way up to customizing your own, but I'm going to go to yearly. So I'm going to flick left to go backwards.
Custom button. Yearly button.
And there's yearly. That's what I want. I'm going to go and buy the eggs every year. So tap or double tap on that. All right.
Repeat. Yearly. Double
And
tap to
now
show
I'm back
context
in my
menu.
scheduling of this reminder.
Mark this. Repeat. Yearly.
Okay. I'm going to flick to the right.
And repeat. Never.
So I could end the repeat. You know, maybe I only want to do this for 5 years or whatever. You know, you have options in there just like the repeat aspect. But I'm going to keep going. It can just keep on going every year for now. Let's flick to the right, see what's next.
More options. Heading.
So some more options. That's a heading. Just says what's coming up next. Some more options.
List. Reminders. List badge. Bright orange. Button.
Okay, it says list is reminders, and it would be bright orange. I don't want it in this particular reminders list, so I'm going to tap or double tap to bring up my list of all my different reminders list choices.
iCloud. iCloud.
Okay,
Heading.
so I'm in the iCloud area. I'm going to flick to the right,
Selected. Reminders. List badge. Bright orange.
and it even said selected, so I know that's highlighted at the moment, but that's not what I want. I'm going to keep flicking to the right.
Testing demo. Game controller badge. Rose.
That's what I want. I want the test demo, and notice it has the color rose and the game icon that I gave it. All right, so that's what I wanted in that particular reminders list, so I will tap or double tap.
Time. 5:15 p.m.
All right, and it
On.
just kind of throws you
Expanded.
back into the scheduling aspect. Let's just make sure we've filled everything out. So I'm just going to go back to flicking to the right with voiceover.
5 o'clock. 15 p.m. Time zone. Urgent. Off. Mark this remind. Repeat. Yearly. And repeat. More options. Heading. List. Testing demo. Game controller badge.
Okay.
Rose. Button.
It's in the right category. I'm going to keep going.
Details. Button.
So you could have some details added to this here if you would like. But for time's sake, I'm going to keep flicking to the right. Otherwise, you would tap or double tap into the details.
Details. Button.
And that's the bottom.
Details.
I don't know if you can hear that little bong associated with it. It means there are no more options below it. So we're done, almost done. But we filled out all the fields for this reminder, and we have to go to the done button.
Done. Button.
And the done button is in the top right corner. So if you aim to touch the top right corner and you see that done button, but also if you hear the done button with voiceover, what you hear is where you are. So once I heard that, I can just, double tap anywhere on the screen because what you hear is where you are. I heard it say done. Now I can say, all right, I am done. I'm going to double tap with voiceover.
Done. Search. Button.
All right, and it brought me back into my main screen of my reminders. So let's flick to the right.
Add list. Button. Actions menu. Button.
And we're going to flick right a bunch till we get to the test demos reminder list.
Today. Scheduled. All. Flagged. Urgent. Completed. iCloud. But. Reminders. Testing demo. 4 reminders. Game controller badge. Rose. Button.
All right, so this is now how you can navigate to a reminders list. And then if you want to see all your reminders in any given list, you tap or double tap to open it up.
Feed dog. Incomplete.
Okay, so
Double
now we
tap
have
to
our
mark as
reminders. Let's see what
completed.
this looks
Use the
like. I'm
rotor
going
to
to
access
make sure I'm at
completed
the
tasks.
top.
More. Share. Back button.
Okay, you have a back button or that left arrow in the top left. So now I know I am at the top and I can navigate the screen either visually by looking down through it or flicking to the right with one finger. And I'm going to do that.
Share list. Button.
I could share this list with somebody. If I tap or double tapped on that, it would bring up all the methods you could share on your phone, such as text, email, put it in your notes, or any option that you particularly have on your phone to share that list with. And then you would just fill out the fields like you normally would to share something. All right, so I'm going to keep going to the right.
More button.
Here's a more button, but for now I'm going to keep going.
Testing demo heading.
All right, so that's a sign I'm in the right list. You know, the reminder list is the testing demo. I'm going to keep going to the right.
Feed dog. Incomplete.
All right, let's see.
Feed dog.
Oh, feed dog, yes. Feed dog was a reminder.
Use the rotor to access.
Thank you. Let's keep going.
Holiday shopping. Incomplete. Today. Double tap to mark as completed.
All right, holiday shopping. Notice it says it's incompleted for today. And I could double tap, you know, to mark as complete. And let's keep going.
Call dad. Incomplete. October 14th. 2026 at 5 p.m.
All right.
Double tap to mark as completed.
And I'm going to flick right one more time.
Buy food. Incomplete. December 12th, 2026 at 5:15 p.m. Yearly.
All right.
Double tap to mark as completed.
So it gave me a lot of information there, right? So now I know, okay, here's where I can read all my reminders in a given list. Maybe I want to mark some as complete. Oh, I did that already, you know. So I'm going to go to the left or look up or flick left to move up this list.
Call dad. Incomplete.
Let's mark call dad as complete. All I have to do is tap or double tap.
Call dad. Completed. October 14th.
And it says it's completed. So that's awesome. Let's mark one more as complete.
Holiday shopping. Incomplete. Today.
I'm going to tap or double tap on that one to mark it as complete.
Holiday shopping. Completed.
Okay, so it doesn't remove them, per se. It just marks them as complete. They would also then show up as in your completed reminders in that list. Okay. Now let's talk about, well, how do we get rid of them? Maybe I want to delete them. And so one way you could do this is with your rotor, and there is a tutorial in the Tech Topics on how to use rotor with VoiceOver. So I'm going to just do it here. Make sure I'm on one that's...
Feed dog. Buy food. Incomplete. December 12th. Toolbar. New reminder. Button. Buy food. Feed dog. Incomplete. Testing demo.
Okay.
Heading.
So the only two I have left, because they moved over to the complete ones, is buy food.
Dog. Buy food.
And...
Incomplete.
What was it? Feed dog.
Incomplete.
Let's get rid of feed dog.
Feed dog. Incomplete.
Okay, let's remove or delete feed dog. So I'm going to turn my rotor, which is a touch, twist, lift type of gesture, using your thumb and index finger.
Characters, actions.
Until you get to actions. Now, it may already be on actions. I want to point out that you could first try just flicking down or up to see what might be happening in your rotor options under these list items. But if not, I wanted you to know that you can touch, twist, lift the rotor.
Character, actions.
Until you hear actions. This is with VoiceOver. Now you can flick down and hear some options. Let's flick down.
Delete.
Delete's the first one. Let's keep going though.
Flag.
We could mark it as flagged. It would be moved to flagged reminders list. Remember, we had one on the main screen, a flagged list. Let's flick down again.
Show details.
We could show the details.
Edit title.
We could change the name of the reminder.
Add note.
Could add a different note.
Drag item.
We could drag it and move it.
Activate. Default.
Activate is the default.
Delete.
But we want to delete it. So let's just go ahead and tap or double tap on that. And now it should be gone.
Toolbar. New reminder.
Let's see.
Buy food. Toolbar. Buy food. Testing demo.
Yeah.
Heading.
And now the only reminder, that we have in here is
buy food.
Buy food. Everything else has been moved either to the completed or deleted. Okay. I did want to point out at the top right,
more button.
There's a more button. What happens if we tap or double tap on the more in the top right of, I'm inside the test demo reminders list, which only has now the buy food reminder. And at the top right is a more button with a dot, dot, dot. And I'm going to tap or double tap on that.
View as columns button.
Now we have a few options in here. View as columns.
Show list info button.
Show list info.
Select reminders button.
You can select some.
New section button. Sort by. Manual button. Show completed button.
You can see your completed.
Save as template button. Print button.
You could print this. I thought that was kind of interesting. I wanted to point out. I'm just looking to the right or looking down the list.
Delete list button.
And here you can delete the whole list. Notice it said delete list. This isn't where you would delete just a single item in a list. It said delete list.
Print. Delete list.
Okay.
Button. Dismiss context menu.
And then you can
button.
dismiss the menu and get out of this more options, which I will do. Tap or double tap.
Back button.
And now it threw me to the back button. I am inside my test demo reminders list, but I'm on the back button. It kind of gave me a freebie. I'm done in here, so I want to move back out of this. I'm going to double tap here.
Testing demo.
Okay.
One reminder. Game controller badge. Rose button.
All right. So I think I'm back in my main list. Let's just flick to the right.
Recently deleted. Exchange.
Yes,
button.
I am.
Recent testing demo.
So the only other thing I
One
really wanted to talk about today in reminders is that we're back in the main screen of the Reminders app. And at the top right, well, I have two things to talk about. Let's do the top middle.
Today. 14
Let's
remind
do
search button. Search. Add list button.
Add list. Let's do how do we add a whole new list, a reminder list. So you start at the top left, you have search. Go to the right once, it's a new list. So I'm going to add a list here. I'm going to tap or double tap.
iCloud button.
And it does ask me if I want iCloud
Exchange
or Exchange. I'm going to do it under iCloud.
iCloud button.
And you may not even have Exchange if you don't have that type of system set up on your phone. So you might only see iCloud. I'm going to do iCloud, tap or double tap.
Cancel. List name. Text field. Is editing. Insertion.
Okay, this is a list name now. What do I want to call it?
To access
I'm sorry. It's a list name. What do I want to call it? For time's sake, let's call it pets.
Cat P. Cat E. E. T. T. S. S.
Pets.
Space. Pets.
Yeah. So I'm going to touch back near the top. You could dictate that, but again, I'm using the microphone for this tutorial.
List badge. Blue.
All right.
Templates. But selected. New list.
I'm going
Done.
back.
But new list. Cancel. Cancel.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm
New
at the top.
list.
There is a cancel now at the top left.
Cancel.
If you
button.
changed your mind and didn't want to create a new one.
New list. Heading. Done. Button. Selected. New list. Button. Templates. Button. List badge. Blue.
All right. So right now it's blue.
Templates. Button. To list badge. Blue.
Let's change the color.
List badge. Blue. List name. List type. Standard. List badge. Blue. List badge. List name. Text field. Is editing. Pets.
Okay, we got
row.
pets.
Insertion
I'll go back to the color. We have pets. Let's
Use
flick to the right.
to clear text. Button.
We could clear the text and change it.
List type. Standard.
It's a standard
Double
list. You
tap to
could
show
change the
context
type
menu.
of list that it is.
Colors. Red.
Here we go. The color is red,
Orange.
orange.
Yellow. Green. Light blue. Selected. Blue.
So right now blue is highlighted, selected.
Indigo. Pink.
Let's change it to pink just so we notice the difference. I'm going to tap or double tap on pink.
Selected. Pink.
And now that's
Colors.
selected.
Orange. Yellow. Green.
All right,
Light
and I have
blue.
to flick below it.
Purple. Brown. Gray. Rose. Icons. Emoji.
So now you can give it an emoji, an icon.
Selected. List.
Let's see. Let's give it
Emoji.
one. Let's see.
Flag of broke. Soccer ball. 23. Canoe. Sun. Blue heart. 16. Hands pressed together. Sunrise over mountain. Selected.
Let's just give
emoji. Soccer ball. Airplane.
It doesn't really matter. Let's give it an airplane.
Selected. Airplane.
Airplane has nothing to do with pets, but I don't want to search all day just to find the right pet. So,
Free weight.
okay.
Running person.
So now
File. Done.
we can say
Button.
we're done at the top right if we want. And that's in the top right corner. Once you touch done with vision, you know, it would close out of there and create that pets list with voiceover on. Once you hear done in the top right corner, you can double tap anywhere on the screen with one finger.
Pets. Heading.
And now we're in pets.
Reminders list.
Yeah,
No
let's see.
reminders. Pets. Heading. More. Button.
Yep.
Button. Back button.
Let's go back out of this.
Testing. iCloud. Button.
All right, now I'm at my iCloud heading.
Double in progress.
Let's see.
Reminders. 18 in progress.
In progress. Wonder what that's in progress of.
Reminders.
Reminders.
18, testing demo. Pets.
And there it is,
Zero
testing demo.
Testing demo. Pets.
Now I have
Zero
pets as a
reminders.
reminder list.
Airplane badge.
So now I have testing demo and pets as a reminder list in my main. I'm on the main screen with all my lists. All right, so now the only thing to cover is the actions.
Schedule. 16 actions menu.
In the
button.
top right corner, you have actions when you're on the main screen of your reminders list. So I'm going to tap or double tap on actions. We'll see what's in there.
Edit lists button.
So the first thing that comes up is edit list. You can edit a list here.
Templates button.
If you flick to the right, you can pick a template
Dismiss context menu button.
and then dismiss. You know, go back to the main. That's what's in here.
Dismiss
Okay,
context
that's the end.
menu. Templates.
But let's go to
Edit list.
edit list. Maybe I want to edit one of my lists. Maybe you're finding that you have too many lists. You're like, why do I have all these reminder lists? There's way too many in here. I just don't want that many. So you would go into this actions in the top right, and then you would tap or double tap on edit list, which I will double tap.
Edit lists. Testing demo. One reminder. Game controller.
Now we
badge.
have,
Row.
you know, we can flick to the right. Certain lists you can't delete. You know, the innate lists, you know, that are on the phone, some of those you cannot delete, but certainly all these ones you created, you could. So let's go to, flick to the right to the pets.
Reorder testing demo. Game controller badge.
I could reorder it, you know, in the order here how I want it.
Pets. Zero reminders. Airplane badge. Pink button. Double tap and hold. Then drag to reorder items.
Okay. So you notice you can do that to move it around. Did you notice it did take the pink color and the airplane icon? But now I'm going to
Characters. Actions.
make sure I'm on actions, and I'm going to flick down.
Pin.
I could pin the list, and that means that this list would always show up at the top. Pinning it to the top, that's what that means. I'm going to flick down again, though.
Delete.
That's delete. Let's just make sure we're not missing any options.
List info.
There's your list info
More info.
and more info.
List info. Share list.
You could share the list.
Drag item. Activate. Default.
It's going to cycle around if I keep flicking down.
Pin. Delete.
There's the delete again. I'm going to delete this list. I don't really want it. So tap or double tap.
Alert. Delete list pets.
And it's making me confirm it.
This will delete all reminders in this list. Cancel. Button. Delete. Button.
And I flicked to the right until I heard the delete button again. And then you can tap or double tap.
Testing demo. One reminder. Reorder reminders.
And I'm
List
done in
badge.
here. I'm still
Light
back
orange.
in the
Button.
actions
Draggable.
section under
Double
edit.
tap to view
So
list.
right now I'm in actions and in edit, and I could still be editing these lists, but I'm done.
Reorder flag. Done. Button.
So I'm going to hit the done button in the top right, and then double tap with voiceover.
Actions menu.
And now
Button.
I'm in the main screen of the reminders, and let's go all the way down and see it. Let's see if pets, you know, is gone.
Today. Schedule. All. Flag. Urgent. Completed. iCloud. Reminder. Testing demo. Recently deleted.
Yep,
Blue.
it's gone. Oh, you even have recently deleted.
Exchange. But
You
recently
could tap into
deleted.
that and see,
Blue.
you know, that it's
Button.
there.
Testing demo.
But it's
One
gone out of my reminders list. So there you have it. You know, we've learned quite a bit. I hope you practice and just pick a few things at a time, like building blocks to do with the actual reminders app. But we have covered, you know, the difference between calendars versus reminders. We saw the layout. We saw how to add a reminder, delete a reminder list, or add a reminder list. as well as doing some editing and creating and color coding, giving them icons, etc. So thank you for joining this tech topic video, and I hope you will come back for more. Thank you so much.